guys, it's Jessie. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another TBR video. I'm so excited. You know, we love doing these videos on this channel. So this is going to be my July TBR and we're going back to using my TBR game that I made at the start of the year, and I'm very excited because this is one of our biggest TBRs that we've ever done. Last month I did pretty badly on reading my TBR. I think I had like 9 left over, so we're adding a lot. Genuinely might be one of the biggest TBRs I've ever done. I think next month, depending on how I do, we might need a little bit of a reset of how we go about doing the punishments, because I feel like I'm just going to keep adding more and more books and it's just getting unrealistic. But I do have hope that I can do well with this TBR. There's genuinely so many books here, but it's fine. We are just going to go with it. And yeah, sorry this is slightly late. This was meant to go up last week, but I'll talk about it at the end. I won't waste your time, but if you're interested I'll chat then about where I've been. But yeah, without further ado, let's just get straight into it and let's do the first roll. Okay, so we still don't have my little cat back from when Willow knocked it under the bed, so we will just ignore that and we will start with our first roll. We have a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is going to be one of my random prompts from this jar here. So we have my random jar here. We will just pick one out. Let's try and pick one that's quite well folded, because I think that means we haven't had it before. This one's well folded. Okay. This one is random shelf. Okay, we have had that one before. Oh well, random shelf. Okay, so please ignore me, but it's time to do our little random shelf segment. And I have 7 shelves, so I'll put on the screen, but we've got the one down there, 3 here, so that's 4. Then we've got 5 on the bottom here, and then 6 and 7 is our final 2 shelves up there. They're all like my TBR shelves. So I'm going to pull up a random number generator and first do number 1 to 7. So it's come up with 7 already, but obviously we won't include that. So we'll go from 1 to 7 and we will generate. We have 1. Okay, that is my shelf down there, which is kind of like non-priority TBR, to be honest. So we'll see how we do. So I think you can kind of see here we have 27 books on that shelf. So we will do numbers 1 to 27. I'm a little bit nervous because to be honest, I don't know if there's anything I really want to read on here, but who knows. We'll do generate now, and we've got 8. So starting from here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, interesting. This is The Museum of Ordinary People by Mike Gale. I'm actually reading a book from him at the moment, so interesting. Okay, this is our first book. So as you guys saw, we got a random shelf, which I did also film separately, and that pulled up The Museum of Ordinary People by Mike Gale. So this is one that has been on my TBR for a while, I believe. This is secondhand from both my parents. I think have read it. I don't know too much about it. It's not one that I would have potentially got to if it wasn't for this, but I would definitely make the effort to read it this month. I had All the Lonely People by Mike Gale on my TBR last month and I did enjoy it. It was a 3-star, so I didn't feel any type of way about it really. I am excited for this one. I feel like I might like this one a little bit more. I believe this is about 8 museum people bring different items that kind of like are important to them maybe, and it's like the stories about the items and stuff, and it's about a character kind of like discovering that and like humanity and things like that. Like I didn't have a problem with the writing last time, so I am excited to get to this. I definitely think it should be a nice little heartfelt one to read. You can't see, but I have put it at the end by my bookend, but you can't really see, but it's because we've got so many books to come up here, bear with. So then for our second roll we have a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another random one out of our jar. It's pretty much like a TBR prompt jar video now. We have random letter generator author. I don't know if you can see there, so I'm going to pull up a random letter generator, and that letter has to be at the start of the first or surname of the author of the book that we picked. So we have a random letter wheel here. Sorry if you can see the reflection of my ring light. I am filming this at night, so sorry if that's super duper annoying. But we're going to spin. And that has landed on I. Okay, that shouldn't be too difficult. So then our next roll, we got a random letter in the author's name, and the random letter we got was I, and I've decided to go for a Kindle book for this one, and that was Grey After Dark by Noelle W. Illy, and there's an I on the Illy, that's her surname, so I thought that worked well. This was on a previous TBR near the start of the year. This was one of my anticipated releases for the year because I've read Ask for Andrea by the same author and I absolutely adored it, so I'm very excited to get to this one. I'm doing a Kindle video this month, hopefully, that I'm quite excited for, so I will hopefully get a lot read, and I also will hopefully redo my stickers because they've all fallen to the bottom. It looks a bit ridiculous, but I am very much excited to get to this one. I believe it's a kind of just classic thriller type of situation, and I loved the other one from her read, so I'm excited to get to this one as it is a 2024 release. Roll number 3, we have a 4. which is reverse page count. So I have to reverse the page count from the last book I've read. The last one I finished was Shark Heart by Emily Herbeck, and the page count of this one is 404. So I will have to find one that is 504. That's not too hard. I think we can find something like that. So then we got reverse page count of the last book that I'd read at that point, which I believe was Shark Heart, and that had 405 pages, so it took us to 504. I'm going off of Goodreads for this one because Goodreads said this had exactly 504 pages, and I don't have the exact editions that I have on Goodreads logged in, so this one is coming up as like 480, but we're just going by the Goodreads because otherwise that gets a little bit complicated. So I have chosen The Rook by Daniel O'Malley. This is a, I believe, like a fantastical thriller, I believe, where a woman wakes up in a different body and someone's trying to kill her. I don't even know. I'm very interested. I know Meg with Books and Books Like Woe, Mara, really enjoyed this one, so I'm excited to get to it. It's a bit of a longer one, but I think it'll be a fun time, and I definitely think this has like potential to be something I really enjoy. I honestly kind of still want to go in knowing nothing about it and just have a little bit of a mystery there, but this is going to be a really fun one, I think. And also I have a video that will fit well into that I want to do soon, so that is pretty lucky there. So for roll number 4, we have a 4, which is A Great First Sentence. So then we got Great First Sentence, and this one I definitely wanted to pick another book on my Kindle because of that Kindle video, and I also wanted to pick an arc that I have because I've got a bit behind on my arcs and I do want to actually get around to reading them ideally before they come out, because some of them I've got a little bit behind on. So the one I picked here was Morbidly Yours, which is by Ivy Fairbanks, and I believe it's a debut. I'm not too sure. This is like a little bit of a darker romance, I think. Not like dark, but I feel like it's maybe got a little bit of the dark humour there, kind of. So the first sentence of this one is 5 body bags, adult size. I blinked and fumbled the box cutter I'd been using, which I think is quite intriguing. You know, the adult size body bags. Obviously I don't think it's going to be like a murder type of situation. I think she like works at a cemetery or something like that, but I'm excited for this one. It looks like a cute romance, and I do love trying out new romance authors, so I'm very much looking forward to that one. Then we have a 2, which is award winner. Then for our next roll we had award winner, and I also picked one that I've been on a previous TBR because this fits into a video I'm hoping to do this month, and that is Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross. This is one that I have been super duper excited for. I love the UK cover and I've heard really excellent things about this. I think this is one I have the potential to really enjoy. I wouldn't say necessarily a 5-star prediction, but I definitely think it's up there. I think like I could really like this type of fantasy, especially because I'm kind of new into fantasy. I feel like this might be right up my street, and I believe this won the Goodreads Choice Award for Young Adult Fantasy in 2023, so that's the award that I'm counting for it winning. I was meant to do this video a good few months ago, but I just had to keep pushing it back, and luckily we've got all the books for this video on this TBR, which means I'll definitely be doing it this month, and I'm very excited. I really want to get around to this soon, and I think we'll love it. It's also not too long either, which is great, so yeah, that one is a very solid one going on the TBR. Then for our 6th roll we have a 4. This is Trope Trove, so I've got a little spin wheel of some like book tropes. I am going to spin on there, and whichever one we get has to apply to the book. This is kind of loosely tropes. We've got some stuff on here that's like cozy and other stuff, so we'll see what else we have. Second Chance, okay, that is fun. That is one of my favourite tropes. Then next up we got my little trope trove, and for that one we generated Second Chance, and obviously I'm going for a second chance romance for that one, and I've decided to pick Meet Me at the Lake by Carly Fortune. I'm also reading this for a specific video. This is a then and now type of book, I believe. I believe they met 10 years ago and they agreed to like meet every year, and then he didn't come and then they stopped meeting or something like that, and it's like a second chance from that, I believe. So I'm pretty sure it's Second Chance. Her first one was Second Chance, and I love the setting of it. The first one I read, Every Summer After, I really enjoyed, so I'm really looking forward to this one. And yeah, overall I'm really just excited for it. I think it will be a very quick read. I could read it in one sitting. It's only about 300 pages, and yeah, I mean, it's a romance. I don't want to give too much away about it. I don't know too much anyway, but yeah, really looking forward to this one. I think I'll have a really fun time with it. There we go. I put my little ones with reading plans here, and then my ones without reading plans kind of towards the front, so it makes more sense for me when I'm looking at my TBR. Okay, next roll. You can't see that, but that was a 5, which is Mum Picks. Okay, that'll be fun. Hello, we're here with my mum. Say hello. Hello. And she is going to pick out one of the books for Mum Picks. So you can go off of the bottom shelf of that one, okay, anything on the cart, the bottom shelf of this one, or the top 2 shelves of those 2. Wow. So take that one. Yes, possible. An option.
Oh, yeah, Jekyll would not like that sound of that, possibly. Is he the one we?
Yeah, he's quite famous.
Can't get that one out, can you?
Okay, yeah.
I think they're the 3.
So we've got 3 options. We've got The Strange Case of the Alchemist's Daughter, The Things We Do to Our Friends, and The Knife of Never Letting Go.
So, okay. Oh, it's interesting. Okay, yep, still possible. That one, that one.
No.
Good, but I'm not sure. That one.
This one?
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Fun. Thank you. So next up we had a really fun one which we haven't got before, and that was Mum Picks. So as you saw, she did pick out The Knife of Never Letting Go by Patrick Ness. So this was a really interesting choice. This has been on my TBR for the longest time because I owned it when I was into reading when I was like a young teenager, and I do think I mainly know the plot of this from being interested in Tom Holland and him being in the movie. This also had a bookmark in. I clearly got to page 108 back when I read this years and years ago, but honestly I'm still really excited for the book. Also, it's a series, so I don't know where it goes from here. It's a bit of a longer one. It is 500 pages or so, but also it's young adult and the text on the page is reasonably big, so I do think I should be able to have a good time with it. Who knows? I've really enjoyed More Than This by Patrick Ness. That's one of my favourite books like from my childhood, and I reread it recently and it was still super good, so I'm very much excited for it. I mean, I wish I kind of didn't know the story already because I feel like I'm pretty sure I know the plot twist in this. I can't remember. I think I know, but yeah, I will hopefully get around to it this month. She's a chunker, but I don't think it should be awfully difficult to pick up. We have a 5 again, so we are adding on another roll. That is perfect, just the month that I want to be doing that. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is Next in the Rainbow from the last book we picked. However, because I'm going to be filming the Mum Picks bit afterwards, I will be doing Next in the Rainbow from the last book I read, which, like we mentioned, was Shark Heart. So this is green. What is Next in the Rainbow from green? Blue. Okay, in like a simple rainbow, blue is the Next in the Rainbow, so that's got to have a predominantly blue cover. Then we got Next in the Rainbow, and I believe Next in the Rainbow from green was blue because it was my previous read. And for blue I have picked Cross the Line by Simone Sultani. This is a Formula 1 romance and a 2024 release that I'm super duper excited for. I know only the top part of the cover is blue, but the side and the back is like completely blue, so I think this is perfect. This is the Works special edition and she's gorgeous. I am so excited for this one. I think this is maybe a 5-star prediction, just I love Formula 1 so much. I am honestly over the moon excited about this one, and yeah, I just can't wait. I don't really have too much to say about this. I just really think I'm going to enjoy it, and I hope it's good. I really hope it's good. I believe it's Brother's Best Friend or Brother's Rival or something like that. I don't know, just sounds so good. So yeah, this is added onto the TBR for this month. Then we have a 3, 1, 2, 3, which is a new to me author. So next up we have a new to me author, and I thought this one is a bit of a shorter one, and I thought it was a bit nice to me considering how long this TBR is. But I have chosen, it's not coming up on the cover annoyingly, but I have chosen Royal Valentine by Soraya Wilson. This is from the Improbable Meet Cute little collection, and it is the final book in the series, so I'm excited to finish off this series. I know nothing about this one. I've really enjoyed the first few books in the Improbable Meet Cute series, but I feel like they've gone downhill slightly, so I'm not sure how much I'm going to enjoy this one. I've also never heard of Soraya Wilson before. I enjoy her work, but yeah, I've literally not even heard the books that she's written. Like, I haven't even heard it mentioned, so I'm excited to give her a go. She's very much a new to me author, and this is less than 100 pages, so I think given how long this TBR is, I feel like it's nice to have a little easier one in there. So that is one that has been added to the TBR. That was nearly a 3 again, but that was a 2, which is Continue a Series. So next up we have Continue a Series, and this is one I'm super duper excited about. If you've been watching my channel much in the last few months, you'll have known that I recently got into the Natural series, and I'm now onto the final book. I'm so excited. So I've added Bad Blood, which is the final book in the Natural series. This one's a bit longer because it has the novella 12 in here as well, which I will also be reading, but I won't necessarily add to the TBR. But yeah, this is the final book. I've been loving it. This is basically Criminal Minds but teenagers, and it's such a fun time. I'm really enjoying the series. They're just so easy to read, so addictive. I feel like I always read them in like a couple of sittings. So yeah, I'm really excited to finish off this series. This is like the first series I've read almost like in a decent amount of time from each other. Like normally I'm leaving like months and months apart, but I think I started the naturals at the end of May maybe, so I've done very well in reading this one reasonably promptly. And yeah, I'm excited to just finish off the series and see where our characters go. There's also an overarching mystery that has been kind of stretching across all of the books, so I'm really hoping that gets wrapped up nicely here. And yeah, this is probably one of the ones on the TBR that I'm most excited for. I think I'm gonna have a really good time with it and I can't wait. I'm just so excited to finally get to this one. It's like tip top of the TBR. I cannot wait. And 2, oh that's a 2 again, so that is adding on another spin. Oh god, this is like a 20 book long TBR. This is going to be a nightmare. But that is our spin wheel random generator from last year. So this has a bunch of prompts on it, if you can see here. We have scroll on Instagram, so this is fun. The first books that we see after refreshing, we will scroll. So this is what's first come up, so I will refresh. And it's that one again. Okay, so we've got Love Redesigned, Throttled, Fine Print. That is one that has been on a previous TBR, but I do have Love Redesigned on my Kindle, so that might be just the one we go with. That's pretty easy, but I think that will be what we go with. So next up we have yet another Kindle book, and this one was from Scroll on Instagram, which you guys saw. We reached Love Redesigned by Lauren Asher pretty quickly. This is one that I do have on my Kindle. I got about 14% into it a few months ago and then just ended up picking up other things, so I was enjoying what I had read. This is, I believe, oh, we've had a fall, oh well, this is, I believe, like a childhood friends to strangers to lovers romance. I'm not even sure, who knows, but I have enjoyed Lauren Asher's writing previously. I definitely liked her more recent series more than the Dirty Air series, but still I am looking forward to seeing what the hype is about this one, because I know a lot of people loved it last year. The next book in this series has now come out, so I would like to be able to read the whole series if I do enjoy this first book. And yeah, I'm very much looking forward to it. I think the cover's so cute, I love it. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one, and hopefully I can get around to it this month. I do definitely have solid reading plans for it, so that is one that is very exciting. Next up we have, well you can't see, but that was a 3, which is most popular. This is on Goodreads, and this is kind of in the top 10 sorted by number of ratings. Then we have most popular on my TBR, so this is any book that is within the 10 most number of ratings, reviews, etc. So this is anything that's basically the most people on Goodreads have read. So for this one, I think you guys are going to be very excited. So this one has 2,095,667 ratings. It's definitely a very popular one, and yeah, like I said, I think you guys will be very excited to see me put A Court of Mist and Fury on my TBR for this month. It is very much about time for me to make progress in the ACOTAR series. I'm reading this for a video that I'm super duper excited about, so I think I'll have a very good time with it. I'm a little bit nervous because she is so long. She's what, like over 600 pages, but I know this is the most loved one in the series usually, so I'm just very excited to get into it. I have the whole series, you can kind of see it in the corner here, on my TBR, and I own all the books, so I'm very much looking forward to making my way through it, and hopefully I can become a fun little ACOTAR girly. I don't really remember what happened in the first one. I feel like I need a little bit of a refresher, but yeah, I think I might really enjoy this, so I'm very excited to put it on the TBR, and I hope you guys are too, because I know this is a super duper popular one. If this order doesn't make any sense, just know it makes sense to me the way I'm putting them in there. I know it looks a little bit random. Then we have a 5, Go, which is pretty much a free pick for me, so that's fun. That's the first time I think we've got round the whole board, so that one will be a free pick. Good. I kind of need one on this type of TBR that we seem to be getting, where I'm adding so many books. This is like the longest TBR ever in the whole world. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to read half of these, who knows. Next up we landed on Go, which was so handy because that means we got a free pick and a free space, and for this one I have chosen Beach Read by Emily Henry. So this is actually a reread for me. I picked this up in 2021. It was one of the very first books I read, probably in the first 10 books I read getting back into reading, so I'm really excited to pick this one back up again, see what I think about it. I believe I gave it a 4 stars at the time, which I'm thinking I probably will raise on reread. I don't know if this could be a 5-star, who knows, but I've loved Happy Place and Funny Story since reading it, and I know this is most people's fave, so I'm excited to give it another go, read it again. I remember loving Gus in this, so I'm very much excited to be back with him and with January and give this another go. This is my book club's book for, well, it was for June, but the live show is in July, so I need to read this at the start of the month, and yeah, I'm very excited to see what I think about it, be back with these characters, read it again. So yeah, fun times. We have a 2, which is another one out of our little random jar. There's a Spotify playlist one in here that I think will be just so much fun, but obviously I don't know which one it is, but I would really love to pick that. This is random picture, so not the Spotify one, but that's fine. So I'm going to pull up a random picture generator website and we will refresh once. It won't be the first one we pick. So that's the first one that's been pulled up, but we obviously won't be doing that one. That is really odd anyway. Okay, oh, that's a horrendous picture. That is genuinely horrible. Oh my god, that is like a eye within a conker. I do not even know, but like I don't want to look at that because that is disgusting. I hate that. That's really giving me like the heebie-jeebies. Then we got the random picture generator, and as you guys saw, this was a little bit of a horrific picture, a little bit traumatic. Really, like, I didn't want to spend too much time looking at this one. I did not know what I was going to pick for this one. I was thinking for a while. I've got nothing with an eye on the cover really, nothing with like an eye in the title. Like, I was really struggling. I didn't know whether I was going to try and get like a tree type of thing, a green thing, I didn't even know. And then as I was looking on my shelves, I saw this spine, which obviously has an eye here. So I think this definitely counts. This is probably my closest one for the prompt. This is Book of Lies by Terry. She was one of my favourite authors growing up. I was obsessed with the Slated series, like almost as much like the Maze Runner and stuff like that. I have no idea what this one's about, and I think I kind of do want to go into it blind. I don't know if I even read it at the time when I was younger. I can't remember. Oh, I did, but I only got up to page 110 because this has a thought part ticket in from 2016. So yeah, that is where I got up to. 2016, I would have been like 13, turning 14. So yeah, I got up to page 110, but then never carried on with it. This one is, I believe, on my 24 and 24 or read or haul or something like that. So it's very good that I'm getting around to it soon. And yeah, I love the Slated series. I feel like this maybe isn't the book that I'm thinking it might be. Like, I feel like they went to, like, they're twins and they went to some type of like, I don't know, I like know what I pictured in my mind when I read the book, but like I don't know if that actually happened. So who knows. This is one that I'm pretty much going into blind. It's got like a Q or a P at the top of the like heading, which I think is for whose perspective it is. And yeah, I'm just excited. Who knows. But yeah, it's like a twin magic-y story. So yeah, who knows. Book of Lies by Terry is going on the TBR, and I'm actually quite excited for it because I feel like it might be a little bit nostalgic. Who knows. Then next up we have a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is an Instagram poll. So I will put up 2 options and then you guys on my Instagram will vote. Then we got an Instagram poll, and I put up a poll, as you guys would have seen if you follow me on Instagram. I put up a poll between My Dark Vanessa and Us Against You. My Dark Vanessa is like a literary fiction from the perspective of a woman who was in a relationship with her teacher when she was like underage, and she was under the impression that this was all consensual, like it was just a regular relationship, but now he's being accused, rightly so, of like grooming, assault and things like that, and it's about her kind of coming to terms with that. Us Against You is the sequel to Beartown by Frederick Backman, which was one of my favourite books of last year. I absolutely adored Beartown and I really need to get to the sequel. This one I don't really want to say too much because I don't want to give away Beartown, but it's kind of like a very atmospheric character study about this like hockey town that I absolutely adored. It was really, really good. It's actually very easily decided. My Dark Vanessa ended up getting 66% of the vote and Us Against You only got 34. I was equally excited for both of these, but I recently saw Meg with Books read this one and it kind of reignited my interest in it. Oh my god, the text is tiny though, but I think this is going to be such an interesting, difficult but very, very interesting story. So I'm really, really looking forward to reading this. And yeah, I just think it's going to be a really, really like excellently told story, and I'm very much looking forward to it. I feel like this definitely has 5-star potential. I don't know if she's written anything else, but I know this is like a very popular book, so I'm very, very much looking forward to the wrong word because I know it might be heavy, but like I am anticipating reading this, if that makes sense. A 3. 1, 2, 3, another random one. Come on, Spotify playlist. Please be a good one. This is random number of words in the title, so that's not too difficult. Still not the Spotify one. I think that would be so fun. And I've got one I think that's like shuffle your Spotify. So I've got a random number generator, and let's just do between 1 and 10. It's come up with 6 automatically, but if we focus, we will do one with 5 words in the title. Okay, so next up, we are nearly there, not quite. Next up, we got a random number of words in the title, and we picked 5 from the random number generator. And for this one, I picked yet another Kindle book and yet another one of the Amazon short story collections. This one is actually from the horror one, which is the creature feature selection, I believe. And for this one, I picked It Waits in the Woods. It Waits in the Woods. And I know nothing about this. I haven't read from this author before. I actually know it's a short story and I'm trying to finish these series off this month because they have been sitting on my TBR for a while. I hope I enjoy them. I've enjoyed previous ones, and yeah, I really don't know anything about it. It's a short story anyway, so I feel like the synopsis might be a bit spoilery, so I won't say too much, but that is going on the TBR and we're adding that one on. So we have, that would have been where we finished, but we've obviously got 2 additional rolls, so let's go again. Is that another, wait, so if we want here 1 2 3, oh fabulous, that's another double. Guys, you actually can't write it. I can't believe this. Anyway, this is a booktuber's fave. So next up we had a booktuber's favourite, and for this one it's another one that I'm very excited to read this month. It has been on my previous TBR. I'm just very much anticipating it, and that is Powerless by Lauren Roberts. I feel like I have to read this now. I've got the sequel. I'm pretty sure I'm going to buy the special edition of Reckless, so I kind of need to read this one before I start collecting the whole series and have not read it at all. This is a 5-star prediction for me, given how much I adore the Hunger Games. I loved the trial aspects in Akatar and The Serpent in the Wings of Night, so I'm really excited for this. I genuinely think even if it's a complete rip-off of the Hunger Games, I will absolutely adore it. I feel like it's right up my street to enjoy. People say the banter's good, the romance is good, the tension's good, and yeah, I'm just really excited. I'm looking at mine. I don't think, yeah, I'm just looking because I was like, that has rubbed off. I don't think it has. I think it's meant to be like that. At least I hope so. Who knows? Anyway, yeah, I'm absolutely over the moon excited for this one. I'm going to be reading it in the next couple of weeks. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I think I might love it. So yeah, I think that one's the TBR and I'm very much excited for it. Please do not let me get another double. 2. Okay, 1 2, debut author. So next up we have another Kindle book and another ARC for debut author. For this one, again, I don't know anything about this author as it's a debut, but I do have the ARC of it, and that is How to Survive a Horror Movie by Scarlett Dunmore. I don't know too much about this, but I saw it on NetGalley and I thought it looked super duper interesting, so I requested it and very happily got access to the ARC. I believe this is out in August, maybe, I'm not too sure, but I definitely want to read it this month, get ahead of when it comes out and actually do my job as an ARC reviewer. But yeah, don't know anything about this one. I think it's pretty much an ode to horror movies and stuff like this. I think it is obviously a horror book. Yeah, I love a little spooky book in the summer, so I'm very much excited for that one. I don't know too much about it, but hopefully it's a fun time. Finally, for hopefully what will be our last roll, we have a 1, which is back to my random wheel. Okay, fun. There is an option to get a additional spin in here. I really hope I do not get that. So we have a scroll from Instagram up from before, so we will just generate again. And that is random number of words in the title. We did already do that one, so I will generate again. One of my oldest books, or a TBR veteran. Cool, that will be fun. And then finally, I feel like I've been here forever, we have a TBR veteran, and for this one I have picked All the Bright Places by Jennifer Niven. So I got this one at least in 2022, if not before. It's from a charity shop, so it's a little bit beaten up, but I do have direct video plans to read this for a video that I've been planning for a while. I have seen the movie, so I don't know if that's completely spoiled the ending for me. I watched it on a plane and I think I cried, but this is YA. It looks like it's been like eaten. I don't know why. I don't know if you can see it on the sides. It's almost like my cats has got to it, which could definitely have been the case. This is a young adult book, I believe, about life and mental health and things like that, so I'm definitely anticipating it. I think it might make me cry, who knows, but the text is big on the page. It's YA, so I don't think it's going to be difficult to read, and yeah, overall I am looking forward to it, tentatively, who knows, but I know people enjoy this one, and yeah, it's been on the TBR for a while, so I'm very excited to knock it off and actually get it read. Those are the 19 books I think I've put on my TBR for this month. That also is not every book I'm going to be reading this month. There's books off previous TBRs, other books I want to read, so who knows how well I'm going to do, but I'm tentatively, cautiously optimistic. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I did want to say sorry, I did take an impromptu break. I was super busy finishing off my dissertation work for uni, some of my prep stuff that had to be in before the end of last week, and then last week I did go on holiday, like a family holiday to Wales, which was so lovely, but I did want to take the opportunity to have like a full week off and not have to stress about YouTube and stuff like that, because I was busy working on my dissertation. I did not get this section of this video filmed in time before I left, unfortunately, so that did mean that I was pushing the video back. So sorry I've taken a bit of an impromptu break. We are still going to have a couple weeks of 3 videos a week, like I promised. That didn't really fulfill on because it's been a bit hectic, and then I do start my placement in about a week, which will be full-time work pretty much, so I'm going to be jumping back down mid-July to about 2 videos a week. I say about, it will be bang on 2 videos a week. It'll be Wednesday and Sundays as per, but for the next 2 weeks it should be Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. Who knows, we'll see. But yeah, don't worry, with me starting my placement I'm still going to be posting the vlogs, the videos, the sit down videos, etc, etc. And yeah, I'm super excited for the next few weeks and months of content. I've got some really fun videos in the works and planned that I've been working on for a while, so very much looking forward to those. So yeah, I really hope you guys did enjoy this TBR. If there's any of these that you especially like, let me know down below. If you got to this point in the video, comment a little book stack emoji and then I'll know that you've made it to the end. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this, don't forget to give it a like down below. Hit subscribe and turn the bell to join a little club. Make sure you turn on all notifications, then you'll be notified every single time I post a new video. And if you want to watch my other videos, there'll be 2 on the screen now to pick from, as well as the linked up in the cards from earlier. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!